I still hear my son's knock on the church door. 3 soft taps, 1 shaky breath, then silence, because Caleb thought I could hear him from miles away. That's where the story starts for everyone else. But for me? It started the moment I realized my parents didn't see me as their son anymore, just as the bank account that stopped obeying. "You better learn your place," my mother said, her voice tight as wire, when I refused to hand my younger brother, her favorite, 30 grand to clean up his mess. I walked out. I honestly thought that was the end of it. 3 hours later, my phone rang. A known number. A known voice. But the words carved straight through my chest. "Sir, we found your son waiting outside St. Michael's Church. He says his grandparents left him here." Left him there. A kid barely 8 years old. My fingers didn't shake. My breathing didn't break. Everything in me turned cold, sharp, focused. They later called it a lesson. But they forgot something important. I don't stop learning. And I don't forget. My parents weren't always monsters. Or maybe they were, and I spent years convincing myself they weren't. Growing up, I was the reliable kid. The fixer. The son who smoothed out every disaster my brother Jordan caused. He wrecked cars, I covered for him. He stole things, I returned them and apologized. He failed classes, I stayed up tutoring him. I mistook that for family loyalty. In reality, it was just training to become the family doormat. And when I had my son Caleb at 25, I really believed the cycle would break. For a while it felt like it did. My parents doted on him, or maybe I mistook attention for affection. But the cracks started appearing long before the church incident. Little comments. Little demands. Little threats disguised as family duty. Still, I didn't expect the final blow. The night before everything collapsed, my mother called with that sugary voice she uses in public. "Ethan, honey, your brother found a great investment opportunity. He just needs 30,000. Just for a few weeks." No. Just that. Simple. Final. She hesitated, then said, "You'll regret saying that." I thought she meant emotionally. I didn't know she meant they would take Caleb, drive him across the city, tell him they were going on a special trip, then leave him standing alone outside an empty church. Police let them off with a warning. A misunderstanding, they claimed. A moment of poor judgment, they said. My parents stood there acting bored. Annoyed. Put out. My mother rolled her eyes every time the officer spoke. My father crossed his arms like we were wasting his time. Jordan didn't even bother to show up. Caleb clung to my shirt the whole time. That was the moment I stopped being their son. That was the moment I became their reckoning. I didn't yell. I didn't threaten. I just made a promise to myself. They will never touch my child again. Revenge isn't always fire. Sometimes it's paperwork, strategy, and patience. First, I built custody barriers. My parents had no legal rights to Caleb, but I wanted it written in stone. I saved everything. Every text, every voicemail, every manipulation they thought was subtle, every arrogant message from Jordan, every thread from the family group chat. My mother texted, "We didn't abandon him. You needed a lesson." My father, "Be a man and pay what family asks." And Jordan, the idiot gift from heaven, wrote, "If you weren't so selfish, none of this would have happened." A perfect confession, wrapped in stupidity. I brought it all to my lawyer. He didn't smile, but he didn't need to. His voice lowered, sharp with confidence. "This will be enough." Then I escalated. Child endangerment. Emotional abuse. Intentional abandonment. 3 months of gathering proof. 3 months of giving them enough rope to hang themselves with their own arrogance. By the time the court date arrived, I was ready. Courtrooms smell like old books and old secrets. My parents walked in together, looking polished, annoyed that the world dared question them. My mother even reached out like she expected a hug. I stepped back. The judge read every message out loud. Every text. Every accusation. Every threat. Every smug confession. My parents shrank with every word. My father's jaw locked so tight I thought it might crack. My mother's eyes darted around the room like she was looking for an escape route. Jordan sank down in his chair. Then the judge delivered it. Your actions show clear disregard for the safety and emotional well-being of a minor. Effective immediately. You are forbidden from any contact with the child. My mother gasped. My father blinked like he finally understood consequences. Jordan dropped his head. The judge continued. Additionally, Ethan Brooks is granted full legal protection from further harassment or financial coercion. Just like that, their leverage evaporated. Their golden child routine fell apart. Their control snapped. Outside the courthouse, Caleb grabbed my hand. Dad, they won't leave me again, right? Never, I said. And for the first time in years, it felt true. I didn't destroy my parents. I didn't need to. I just showed the world who they really were. Justice doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers, and still hits harder than anything else.